Good morning, y'all. So, as if this week could not get any more chaotic, my alarm didn't go off. Isn't that swell? So, I'm taking care of my animals right now. I found a different group to go school with. I'm trying not to have a freak out. Yeah, I had it 5:30, 5:15, 5:50, 5:45, 6 a.m., all of these alarms. None of them went off. So, thank you, iPhone. Yeah, now we're pretty much hauling behind. Stay tuned. Alrighty. We're on the way. We have a horse in the trailer. The horses are fed. There's hay in the trailer. I have, 90% sure I have everything I need. If I don't, then it wasn't meant to be. I'm gonna go to the gas station. I'm gonna buy 5 Gatorades. I'm gonna buy a pack of waters. I'm not actually gonna buy 5 Gatorades. I'm gonna buy caffeine because I'm very, very tired. I think that's all. Heather, the lady that I'm schooling with, requested a 6-pack of water, but I don't think they sell 6-packs at the gas station. I think they only sell 1 bottle, those big bottles, and then the big 12, 24 packs. I've literally I don't think I've ever seen a 6-pack at this particular gas station, but that's okay because I've been contemplating buying a 24-pack for my exercise riding because I feel like I'm always off going from a client's house to the gas station to go get water because I run out so easily, and I drink a lot of water because I'm very active. So, off we go. I'm going to save the surprise of what horse I have in the trailer until we get there. So stay tuned. Alrighty, y'all. So we are at the horse park, and dun 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 dun. So surprise, surprise, we had to bring Miss Cameo. Went and I fed this morning, and Bam Bam was still off. So I could not vlog right away. As you can tell, I'm already a little bit sweaty, and so is she. I went ahead and rode her over by the show jump, did a little show jump warm up, and my cross country group has to go back home really quickly before they can come and ride cross country. They already did show jump because I was late. So we're not going to be able to do show jump to prep for tomorrow, but I'm not too worried about it because I think the biggest thing is not the jump height, it's about the experience and getting her mind right. And so this kind of just gives us the opportunity to get her mind right. Even if we blow the whole competition tomorrow, which we probably will, but I'm not stressing about it too much. She's doing good. I successfully stayed on, and I'm obviously still very much alive, but we're still just, she's not here, she's not present with me, so I might very briefly go ahead and do some lunge work to get her mind on me and bring her back down to earth. She kind of came back to jumping, which was actually very surprising. I thought she was just going to clamber through the jumps, but she almost focused more when I started jumping her. So I think that's kind of going to be our trick for tomorrow, is to just kind of jump her. Pretend like we're going to jump her. Pretend like she needs to pay attention because we're about to go over a jump. So I'll talk to you guys later. I'll vlog at some point during the day today, but right now we're letting her just kind of cool off and settle. She did really good, all things considered. Genuinely, she was safe, and that's all I could ask for. She didn't go buck wild. She did prancy trot the whole way there instead of walking. But all things considered, again, this honestly wasn't even supposed to happen. I probably could have just scratched and lost my money and been okay with that, but I had to go on and be difficult. So I'll keep you guys posted.
Alright, so this was the group that I went cross country with. You could see me all the way in the back. Yeah, they were super, super nice and super patient with me. There's me on Miss Cameo after cross country warm up. Then I have a little POV shot that I took. I posted that on my Instagram and TikTok, and I was like, oh, look, I'm on the wrong horse. This is a quick little video we took of us going through the water all together. We did lose a rider at this point. That was Cameo's first time cantering through the water. She asked to canter, and I let her. I was like, you know what? If I fall off, I fall off. At least I'm not wearing the air vest. This is another group photo after we lost one of our riders. Unfortunately, she did fall off and she broke her ankle. We did also a quick little cute jump video of us going back to back over this little jump with a hedge or with a brush over it. I took my sweet time, apparently. And then we have another rider coming up. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I was very proud of Cameo. She really held her own schooling, and she was so very brave. And there's the last rider coming up. And the last two riders are actually a mother-daughter pair. They were very sweet.
Alrighty, you guys. So
but yeah, let's move on.
Finished cross country school. Miss Cameo had a little lunch break already. It is 3:57, so almost 4 o'clock. Everyone's just about left the horse park. It's pretty much like maybe 5 trailers, including mine, total. We have her in her dressage saddle, which at our last combined test, we just did the whole thing in the butte. So this is going to be a little bit different, but she's been in the dressage saddle before. And honestly, she does better when we don't use it a lot. So hopefully we can get her to engage her back. So yeah, we're just gonna do like a quick, no more than 30 minutes is really the idea. Mostly walking to get her long and low and happy and supple and peaceful and prepared for tomorrow. So I'll get back with you guys. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at. She did great cross country. We actually had a rider come off and break their ankle at the second jump. So the bad juju has continued. We're very fortunate that we stayed on. EMS watched the whole thing happen, so they were very quick to the scene. The rider was just schooling. She wasn't competing, thank God. And she is a ER nurse. So she was like, I know it's broken. I'm pretty sure it's broken. I didn't hear anything crunch, but it feels broken. She tried to land on her feet and did not. Well, she did, but she landed on her ankle. She rolled her ankle, and so we're gonna go dressage, and then we will. That was a weird way to say that. We are going to go dressage, and yeah, I'll get back with you guys. Oh, thanks, Cameo.
So we ended up having probably one of the better rides that Cameo has given, especially considering that we're at a new location. But because a lot of people had been gone, there were only 2 people in the dressage warm-up arena, which is like this massive arena. And we were very lucky that it was very low-key. It was about like 4 p.m. at this time. Most people were gone. It was a lot cooler out. There was this delightful breeze. Cameo got to do a long and low session. I rode for a grand total of 12 minutes. Walk, trot, cantered both directions. She was phenomenal, and she was definitely prepared. I think she was quite proud of herself too. So this is what she's doing the next morning. She is not happy to take baths, so she gets a little bit angry at me when I make her not nasty. But I think she's ready.
Hello, good morning. I completely forgot to vlog this morning, but I did have someone recording parts of my warm-up, and of course pictures, and of course someone recorded my dressage round. So we've already finished dressage. Cameo did great. There she is, eating some hay. in her post-rot farms, Thoroughbreds, saddle pad, dressage pad, and her custom NV motion. It's not really custom, but I call it a custom because it's been customized to her back. But NV motion dressage saddle. She did great. I mean, about half of the test was very tense, which is normal for her. Actually, what's normal for her is her being tense the whole test. And per usual, she gave one heck of a free walk, and she actually did a really, really nice 20-meter circle to the left. So I'm very pleased with her. I don't think I could have asked for a better ride from a horse that was literally not prepared to come here, and that I brought last minute, and that has only ever been here one other time yesterday in the past 24 hours. And yeah, I'm happy. I am very, very satisfied with her. So we're going to take a quick, it's not even that quick, we have like an hour and a half lunch break, and we'll get back on and we'll go show jumping cross country. Alrighty, so we are all wrapped up, y'all. We did all 3 phases. Cameo did have a pole on the last show jumping fence, but I'm not even bothered by it. I'm more happy, very proud. If I talk about it too much, I will cry because I'm so incredibly proud of this mare. So yeah, she did great cross country, made optimum time, I believe. And yeah, so I will get back with you guys. I do have to go take care of some stuff, but I just wanted to do a quick update, and we can have a whole synopsis breakdown of the rides as well. So thank you.
Okay, so firstly, before we really get into the heavy, I just want to say how incredibly proud I am and blown away by this mare. I'm sorry, I might get a little bit choked up because I get very emotional. I'm getting choked up. I get very, very emotional when I have really big breakthroughs like this. I'm so proud of her. Like I genuinely, I could not have asked for a better weekend with this horse. I'm in awe, genuinely. Before we get started with the dressage test, I want to say that this is not a beautiful dressage test. We were pretty good geometrically. We got really good points for gaits, freedom, and regularity, so her tempo was quite nice. Other high points was rider positioning. So we got 7s for that. We got a 6 for impulsion because we lacked suppleness in the back, which is fair. Cameo always gets that. And it's very, very blatant in the test. This is very typical Cameo. Probably one of her better dressage tests overall because she was certainly not submissive to the contact and she fought it a little bit, but she was much better than normal, and given the circumstances, I give her a lot of credit. So we got a 5.5 for submission. The notes were keep developing confidence, which is more than fair. I mean, she wasn't even supposed to be there today. Moving on, rider position, there's no notes. That was a 7. Rider's effectiveness of aids, correct bend, and preparation of transitions was a 6, which is fair. There's no judge notes. I think I was a little bit hesitant to relax at times, especially coming out of the free walk and going into a working walk. She will sometimes do a bobble into the trot, and so I get quite tense to hold her back, and that usually does not paint the prettiest picture. There's just more instances like that throughout the test where you can see I'm just kind of like, I'm super tense, and then that translates to her being super tense. So then we got a 6.5 for geometry and accuracy, so correct size and shape of circles and turns. Our first 20-meter circle was, I think it was more like a half circle, half square, because I really squared off my corners over at the back of the arena because I kind of forgot where the circle is supposed to start versus end. That's my fault. And then the further remarks is attractive pair, work on your suppleness to contact and relaxation over top line. very, very standard dressage test for Cameo. She's done intro A and intro B. She probably knows them like the back of her hand. You can actually see at the beginning of the test, the first movement, which is enter working trot rising between X and C medium walk. She was anticipating intro B, and so she started trying to halt. And so I'm like, no, keep going, keep walking, but also don't go into a trot and freak out because my leg is on you, that's kind of standard Cameo. And she's done a lot of intro B recently, so I think going back to intro A was difficult, and there was a horse freaking out behind the judge. And overall, this is a very large venue. Just a reminder that this is the Carolina Horse Park. This is an international to a degree, I believe, venue, because they hold the Carolina International there annually. So this is a massive venue. I believe the stables holds like 200 horses, the barn that's there, or the stalls that are there. And there were probably like 50 horse trailers, at least 100 other horses. So this is a lot to take in. There's 6 dressage rings total. There's 2 separate jumping rings. There's 3 jump warm-ups. There's a massive cross-country course across the street. That was why this was so impressive for this horse, because I could have prepared her better, and I didn't. And it was so last minute that for her to give me what she gave me, I'm just in awe of her. Genuinely, I owe her so much. So I'm going to stop talking about that before I start crying. Anyway, moving on, let's review the dressage test. So 1, enter working trot rising between X and C medium walk. We got a 5.5 unsteady contact, wiggly, totally. Like I was saying, she tried to halt right there. She does the absolute slowest walk of her life, because I'm like, go forward, but don't trot. So I'm like iron white knuckling my reins, which is totally not a good thing to do. My fault entirely. So C, track right, M, working trot rising. We got a 6, tight back. Yep, that's Cameo for you. I've actually felt very good right here. I was trying to think about opening my hips up a little bit. Then we move on to 3, circle right, 20 meters, working trot rising. We got a 6, need softer top line and bend. Typical. And again, sorry for the poor video quality. I'm not sure why the quality drop is quite drastic. She does a little head bobble thing. I promise that's not me seesawing on the reins. That's just Cameo. Then we have movement 4, KXM, change rein, working trot rising. We got a 6, against hand. I tried to do a really big open like trot, tried to make my post really big to show her off. And I thought she was going to come into the contact, and she didn't. So then we have movement 5, C, circle left 20 meters, working trot rising, we got a 6, braced was the judge comment. Fair. It's braced. Honestly, I kind of like this. This was my favorite 20-meter circle. I thought the second half of the test, she was much better. Then we have movement 6 between C and H, medium walk. We got a 6, against hand, which I don't think that's true, because I thought that was quite a lovely walk compared to the rest of the test. Then her free walk, HXF, movement 7, we got a 7. Stretch could be more consistent. So she actually usually gives a really good free walk. So you could see me keep asking for a free walk, because she does really good. She puts her head down, she starts licking and chewing, and boop, she wants to look at what's going on back in the warm-up arena. Typical green horse stuff. 8 FA medium walk and A down center line. We got a 6.5. Needs softer contact. Fair enough. I know that between F and A, last time we did this test last weekend, she broke into a trot and she did a little jiggy jog, and I don't want that to happen. I didn't want that to happen again, and I was like, I would rather risk a little bit of contact than break gait. Then X, halt and salute. We got a 6.5. Not totally straight. Fair enough. Alrighty, so let's just review this show jumping round. Again, we lost like all of the camera quality. I don't know why. So the first jump was a Carolina Horse Park jump. Apparently, a lot of horses were spooking at jumps 1 and 2. Cameo went over that pretty nicely. I mean, she did come off of the wrong lead. Oh, no, she didn't. Never mind. Disregard what I just said. She was being very polite in the show jumping ring. She comes to jump 2. I just kind of sat back and widened my reins a little bit and tried to kind of push her forward because I know she gets a little bit offended by gate jumps or anything that's like solid and not just a pole. So she kind of came off of that third jump a little bit fast. So I brought her back down to the trot to kind of keep her a little bit respectful, squared her out a little bit because I knew she was a little bit spooky at that booth back there. So those back 2 jumps are a double. She comes off of this on the night on a nice lead, is being super respectful, so I let her have it. And this is where something really, really cool happens. Watch this. Boom! Flying change. Did not teach her to do that. Don't know how she knew how to do that, but she did it, and it was so cool. We come over to the seashell jump. She gets a little bit deep. I kind of keep letting her go deep because I'm just doing it for fun. I'm letting her figure herself out. And she knocked the last rail. So I'm not too upset by it. I'm not too offended by it all. She did great. Even if she hadn't knocked that last rail, she would have only gotten 1 place higher because the dressage scores from the place above me to 2 places above me was so drastic that even if we hadn't knocked that rail, we still would have only been up 1 place. And we got in the top 10. I mean, for her first horse trial, for it being so last minute, for all of these different elements, I literally cannot complain. Alrighty, y'all. This is the last phase. This is cross country. I purchased the Equireel video for this. It was a lot of money, so I better hear some thank yous in the comments. Or a sponsorship from Equireel. Anyway, she did awesome. We trotted a lot of the fences just to kind of keep her in check and in tune, just because she gets a little excited, like a lot of the thoroughbreds do going cross country. Overall, she did great. She had some time faults. I don't remember specifically how many, but she did get a few just because we trotted a lot of the fences. Otherwise, no complaints. She did everything awesome, and I'm actually not going to talk at all during the cross country because I talk a lot to her while I ride, and I want y'all to be able to hear that. So stay tuned for that. And I'll put some captions over so you could hear how many times I say the same exact thing, which is, that's my girl, or that's my love, or good. And sometimes I think it comes out a little bit meaner than I mean for it to come out, because obviously it's all just banter and encouragement.
Then the Jeff Code and Angel, fast 5. Lacey Love.
Love face.
So that will mark the conclusion of this video. I am, again, so grateful to all of the people I've had in my arsenal. Shout outs to Post Rock Farms Thoroughbreds, owned by Mark and Allie Menser. They are phenomenal people. They are the people I acquired Cameo from. She is one of their former broodmares. She's a 2017 model. She is my 2026 Thoroughbred Makeover Retired Racehorse Project broodmare prospect that we do plan on going to Kentucky with come October. I'm so pleased with her. I could not say anything more on her. She's left me, well, I can't ever be speechless because I'm always talking to people. If you guys know me in person, you know I'm always talking. And if someone says the word thoroughbred, I wake up like a sleeper agent and I will talk your eyes, ears, mouth, nose, brain off about the breed and how much I love them. More special thank yous to my grandmother, who is our other sponsor for Cameo on the road to the makeover. Thank you guys so much. More thank yous belong to Equareel, to High Time Photography for taking such beautiful media, photos, and videos, being out there in the heat. And thank you to the volunteers at Carolina Horse Park the past weekend for being there, for answering everyone's questions, for standing outside in that heat, for being kind and patient and ensuring the event ran more than smoothly. If anything, most of the things were ahead of schedule, which is quite remarkable for any equine event. If you guys know, you know. Thank you to all of the thoroughbred people there. There were a lot of thoroughbreds over at Carolina Horse Park this past weekend. And thank you for representing our breed so phenomenally, so remarkably, with so much grace, with so much time and patience and kindness, because they really are truthfully a remarkable breed. And I want to one day see everyone on one. I think most people are like, oh, if you had a recommendation for a breed for trail riding, I would tell you thoroughbred. If someone said they wanted to go do eventing, I'd tell you to get a thoroughbred. If you wanted to do ranch work, I'd tell you to go get a thoroughbred. If you wanted to go, I don't know, play polo, do dressage, do any of these things, I'll tell you to go get a dang thoroughbred. They're incredible. And Cameo has proven that after only being backed for 6 months after not being ridden for 3 years and previously only having track training, that she can go out there to an international venue where there's at least 200 other horses and rock it. Overall, she placed 9th out of 15, and, you know, compared to Bam Bam's first warhorse, who placed 2nd and was reserve high point champion for Thoroughbred Incentive Program, I couldn't, Bam Bam's been restarted and been in training for over a year, almost a year and a half now. And I can't complain. I mean, come on. For 6 months, seriously, she's just remarkable. She really is going to be a force to be reckoned with, especially the 2027 season once she's had even more show miles. She truly is going to be the horse to watch out for. And I really believe she's going to be the horse to take me there as well. So, again, thank you to everyone. Thank you to Cameo sponsors. Thank you to all of the volunteers. Thank you to Whitney Weston of Valkyrie Sport Horses. Thank you to Heather Wilkerson of Parkton Place. Those people have been phenomenal local support for me, both my coach and mentor, Whitney Weston, who's been patient through all of my shenanigans at the horse park, realizing that Bam Bam was lame, me having my freak out sessions every other day, and listening to me blow her phone up and voice my concerns and not be a patient enough rider. And Heather Wilkerson, who was the person who keeps my horses on her property and lets me board there as another boarder who's probably not really making her any money, and was there at the horse park for my schooling and has encouraged me every step of the way and was the one who was like, no girl, don't lose your money. Why don't you just go take Cameo? And who has essentially pushed me to become the rider I have become in the past 4 months. So thank you to her. I don't know if there's anyone I forgot. You're welcome to send me hate mail or message me and tell me how mad you are at me. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for well, this was part 2, so stay tuned for next week's video where we try Cameo in a new bit that I think I spoke about a little bit in this vlog. But yeah, we're going to try her in a new bit. We'll see if she likes it. We'll see if it's magical. We'll talk a little bit about the Masterson method as well, because that is a really, really big contributing factor in where Cameo's gotten in the past 2-3 weeks. I'm quite pleased with those results as well. And any other shenanigans that occur. I know we have a jump school coming up, and we have another horse show. Oh, we have a horse show next week. So in 2 vlogs, possibly the next vlog, will be our next horse show. So stay tuned for that.